Shalom, shalom, shalom. Charoits, Detroit, House of Israel. Give all praise and honor to our elders. We give all glory to Yahweh. We give all worship to Yahweh Shai. Today's lesson is about UFOs. Are they chariots? All right, we're gonna move forward. We're gonna start with Psalms 82 and 4. Psalms 82 and 4. And give me Psalms 91 and 7. Now, before we was in the cotton field, we knew who we were, right? And we was disconnected from the Bible. But there's a song that we presented in the cotton field of signals and codes, right? Code songs, right? Now, the code song should not be connected to the Bible unless the Bible is related to us. Am I right? So Zephaniah finna sing a song. Okay, and matter of fact, let's read both of the Psalms before you sing the song.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 4. Everybody there say Khan?
Khan.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 4. Deliver the poor and the needy. Rid them out of the hands of the wicked.
Right, and so how can he deliver the poor and the needy? And we in the hands of the wicked, right? Give me Job 9:24. Okay, so we in the hands of the wicked, and we asking the Lord to rid us, release us, take us out of the hands of the wicked, right? Because in the hands of the wicked, they don't share wealth. They don't share gas stations. They don't share pain. They don't share gunfire, right? They don't even share, when the police pull us over, they don't even shoot their own. They just shoot us. They don't share that. They don't share shooting their own in the head. They don't share shooting a white woman that's going over near the hot water by the stove and getting shot in the head. They don't share that with a white woman. The black woman only gets that, right? The black man only get pulled over and shot. They don't share that. They don't share wealth, right? But when it comes to heaven that belongs to us, they want to share that, right? They want some of that. Or we all, anytime they say we all equal, that means that's something we rules. We rule something. Anytime they say heaven belongs to everybody, that means it only belongs to us. Because we know when they are in charge, don't nothing belong to us. But when something belongs to us, they want to make sure it belongs to them as well. Right? Okay, give me that.
It's the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. And it reads as this. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Right, and so the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. And what he just read was, come get us out of the hands of the wicked. Why? And the earth belongs to the wicked. Come rid us up out of here. Right? Okay, and so how is he going to come rid us out of here? Sing that song that we was connected back in the cotton field. Right? We see where it said come rid us out, but we never heard this song. But we used to know this song, and this song should not be connected with the Bible because back then we could not read the Bible. Right? If we was caught with the Bible back then, we'll be hung to death. So how is this song into this Bible, and we are not supposed to, and this Bible do not supposed to be ours, it's supposed to be the white man. Sing that song.
Get beat. Go ahead. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? coming for to carry me home. A band of angels are coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
Okay, so now we see UFOs. We see them with blue contact lenses. We see them how the white man sees them. The white man fear these UFOs because he know who they coming for and who they coming to do and what they coming to do, right? We used to know what they was for. We used to know what the chariots was for. But now we have white man contact lenses. We got the white, our hair look black, but the way we think, our hair is blonde, right? Because we think like them. We become them. So now we disconnected. Oh, the chariots, UFOs, where they are IFOs, Israelite foreign objects. Why? Because we know back then that they was for us, but it wasn't the time for them to show up. We had to go through what was written, right? For our punishment for not keeping the commandments. Now that we're back keeping the commandments, they showing up, right? And so what are they? They are chariots. And how are we going to know? We're going to see them in the Bible. Now, back then, this song, we shouldn't find chariots in the Bible. Because when they were singing this song, they couldn't read the Bible. Now, how do they know about chariots? And then we open this Bible, chariots is in here. Because the Bible was his written history before he was able to read it on this side of the world. Okay? And so this is what we're looking at. We're looking at the chariots. So what are they for? Now, when we was delivered out of Egypt, we've been delivered out of Egypt through the Red Sea. And John said, I baptize you with water. So we was baptized through the Red Sea. But he said, there's one to come to baptize you with fire. And that's the nukes. And who's going to deliver you out of fire? That's what the chariots are for. Right? Well, but why? Because we're scattered. See, we wasn't scattered coming out of Egypt. We was all together. So this deliverance is going to be a little more difficult as we can think. But when we see the chariots, we don't see the deliverance. We see UFOs as the white man's, but they are deliverance for us. How did we know back then and we don't know now? And we closer to the chariots. And he was saying it when he couldn't see the chariots. We have been disconnected by transgender Gentiles. Right? You was at somewhere where it was saying we'll die like men. What verse was that?
That was some. But like you were saying, of course, in the song when they say Jordan, the slaves were nowhere near the river of Jordan.
Come.
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near the. He said Jordan in there, right?
Yes. Yeah. So America is nowhere near the river Jordan. So they say looking over the Jordan. There's no way possible from California or Alabama that you can look over the river of Jordan without a telescope.
Right, and Jordan is in the Bible.
There you go. So that's how you know it had to be something from back then. It wasn't just something, how do they say it? They were saying it, of course it was to feel good, but it wasn't just something they were saying while they was in slavery. It had meaning to it. It had purpose to it.
It had power. It had purpose, right? Give me that. What verse was that? Remember?
68. Right?
Yeah, Psalm 68 and 68 and 4.
Okay. 17.
17.
No, 68 and 4. No. Psalms 82 and 4, right?
Yeah, 82 and 4. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 4. Everybody there say come.
Come.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 4. Deliver the poor and the needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. Verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand that they walk on in darkness.
Right. And so, you want to explain that again? Hold on. What you reading? Because I need him to read it for you.
The Psalms.
We can go to Psalms 40.
82.
Okay.
Read that for two.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 4. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness, and the foundations of the earth are out of course.
When it says deliver the poor and the needy, basically we are the needy. You know what I mean?
Right.
We are in need of the Savior, so that's another way how you know the Bible can't be for everybody. You know what I mean? Right. Everybody is not in need of saving. You know what I mean? If you look at Esau and the so-called Arab men, do they really need to be saved? Are they really
from themselves?
Yeah. Are they really needy? You know what I mean? Because those two, Ishmael and Esau, are the richest on earth. Well, Moab too. Yeah. But in a nutshell, they don't need to be saved. And it also says, they know not, neither will they understand.
That's us.
There you go. We don't have an understanding of who we are, but you can see that in everyday life. You know what I mean? When you look at your athletics, we dominate that, and we didn't even make these sports up. We dominated.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We didn't create basketball.
There you go. When you just look at physical toughness, is there anybody, you can't say the white man can't go through slavery like that. The Arab man can't go through that. No. Nobody is built the way we built. You know, we built so different. You could put us in a poor situation, and guess what? We'll come out shining, and everybody else want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What we do? We sag our pants. Everybody want to do it. We untie our boots. Everybody want to do it. We want to wear holes in our pants. Everybody else want to do it. Everything. It don't make a difference what situation you put us in. We gonna make something out of it. You know what I mean? You got us living. Some of us living in poor conditions, but what do? We make good out of that. That let you know that, like I say, we are the salt of the earth. But the thing is, it says walk in. We walking in darkness. We don't know as a people how great we are. We don't know as a people, if we help each other out, how far we can get.
Right.
That's darkness in itself.
That's darkness.
Darkness in itself, you want to hurt your brother. Right. That's darkness. That's darkness. You living in darkness. But like you say, the enemy walk past, you fearful. Oh man, if I do something to him, I could go to jail. When you kill one of us, you could go to jail. Well, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's darkness. That mindset. You know what I mean? You don't think that when you say that, when you want to do that to your brother. But you think that with the white man. You know what I'm saying? You same human being, but you think of two different thoughts.
Right.
That's pure darkness.
That's pure darkness.
And what else is darkness? You want to keep your brother down. You helping the enemy. You doing this job. If you, like you say, we notice, you don't see no Ku Klux Klan nowhere. At least not the sheets no more. They don't need them.
Right, we the sheets.
There you go. We doing his job.
Yeah.
That's darkness. You know what I mean?
Darkness.
And like it says, the earth is out of course. Like I said earlier, you got kids killing parents now.
Right, that's crazy.
The earth it's all out of whack. It's totally flipped on its head. Like you say with the food, they making food now. You know what I mean? Who sells food without seeds?
Right, which is crazy.
And our people eating it.
Which is darkness.
Darkness right there. The fact that it's darkness that you can't see, we in a bad situation.
Right.
That's darkness.
That's darkness.
The fact that you okay being like this is darkness. You know what I mean?
Total darkness.
There you go.
Total okay.
So I yield on that.
And it's darkness when we disconnect who we was, and every one of us knew and heard this song when we was disconnected from this Bible. Now, how we get in darkness doctrine, in different religion, which is darkness, and it disconnect what we heard back then to come to the Bible, right? So he talking about chariots when we couldn't read the Bible. So now, if we find chariots, we know this Bible belongs to him. How do we know this Bible belongs to him? Because he connected to something that he was disconnected to. Okay. Okay, and so when it says, we never got to that, we'll die like men, right? We never got to that part. Are we far away from that?
No, that's right at the bottom of
Go down to that part.
that's verse 7.
Okay, go to verse 7. Or you can start at 6.
Okay. The book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High.
Right, okay, and so he said that we are gods. So, how are we gods? Keep going.
But ye shall die like men.
Okay, but we shall die like men. Why? Because we in darkness. So how are we gods? And how are we going to die like men? Because gods don't die like men. We are Israelites. That's when we're gods. But we African Americans, we die like men. Well, if we're Israelites and we die like men, that's because we're in a Gentile state. We're Israelites, but we die like Gentiles. We're gods, but we die like men. Okay, so how we disconnect you from being Gentiles and we put you on our level so we can deal with you. If you got a lion and an alligator is out the water, the lion's gonna kill it. But the lion is in the water and we're in the water with the snake and the gators and we're a lion, we're gonna die. Why? Because he got us in the water like Gentiles. We're not living on land with the commandments like Israelites. You see what I'm saying? Okay, give me Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. And I see what you're saying. Give me Psalm 68, verse 17.
Which one you getting out?
Give me Habakkuk and Chisel, give me 68 Psalms.
Habakkuk, what, 2?
Yeah, start with 12.
We'll do that first.
Yeah.
It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity.
Okay. And so now, the Bible says, woe to him that build a house on blood, right?
A town with blood.
A town on blood. Right? That sounds like a thief and a murderer. Okay, and then go on.
Behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire?
Right. Okay. And so about being in this position, we are laboring in fire. And so, what happens when you're near fire? You get burned, right? And so they have become fire to us. The heathen has become a torch to our soul, right? And everywhere we touch, we get burned. Dealing with this individual, we touch his doctrine, we burnt. How are we burnt? We burnt from knowing that song and knowing that this Bible is ours and knowing that what we see is for us. It's for our deliverance. When that nuke hit, we supposed to want Putin to push that nuke. But you scared of him pushing that nuke like the white man. You got black folks that's rich building bunkers. Why? Because he identifies himself as the heathens. The heathens, I can see why they building bunkers. But an Israelite trying to hide with the white man from some who come to save him, he has been gentrified. from its identity. Do you see? Keep going.
And the people shall weary themselves for very vanity.
Right, and you worry yourself like a wicked one when the heaven belongs to you. I'm not going to live as a second nature on this with the white man and lose the first place in heaven. If he first place here, I'm going to get first place in heaven. I'm not going to die with him and live with him in second place and die with him. That's idiotic. Okay, give me
Slack. Read that. What was that first verse you said?
It was 12.
Read 12 again.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity.
When you think of that, when I think of it, woe to him. America was built on blood. How'd they get it? Through the blood of the so-called Native Americans. Right. So that's why I say, when you say when it's going to be destroyed, that's like the Bible say, an eye for an eye. You took this country by blood, so you're going to have to give up blood. You know what I mean? How else? You took it by blood. How'd you build it? By us, by blood. You know what I mean? This wasn't your land. I know what the history books say, but you stole this land. You know what I mean? So and how'd you take it? By blood. By blood. Murder. By blood. Right. So that's that. You built this whole country. It's been built off bloodshed. Whether like you say, the white man or some of us want to believe it, this country is wicked. It's been built on violence. So that's why you see violence throughout all of America. It's been built on violence. That's what America is about. Violence, point blank. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that.
And so when Howard Shah come, he's not coming to place his kingdom next to the white man kingdom. He coming to destroy the white man kingdom, because it's going to be only King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. All right. Okay. And so,
how he gonna get it back? He gonna do some violence
by blood, and that's what the chariots are for. We call them UFOs, but can you play that where we'll get to that part? We'll get to that where even scientists knew who are the people on them chariots. They know who they are.
Oh, you talking to that guy?
Yeah, get ready for that. We don't know who them people are on that chariot. How you not know who you are? How you not know where your help is? The white man know his gun fire. He know his nukes. He know his force of armies. We don't know our force of armies because they're not his. We don't know our force of armies, and it's right in the book. We knew our force of armies when we was more in the cotton field than when we came out. Where's that that verse where it says when you take the chains off our head? Is that Deuteronomy 28?
64. When you say remove the chains.
Yeah.
It's 64.
Right, and so when they took us out the cotton field, we didn't remember that song. Why? Because they removed the chains around our necks. We more enslaved without the chains on. When the chain was on our necks, we knew who we were. When the chains came off our necks, we did not know nothing. Can you find that? Okay. Take your time.
My YouTube ain't working. Okay, hold on.
No, I got internet in there, but I can't get up and go get the paper. Okay, and so can you get a verse though?
Yeah.
You won't be able to get that. You won't be able to get that. What's the name? That video.
I might put up on my tab.
All right. What verse did I want you to get now?
Let me see.
Psalms 68:17 or Ezekiel?
this thing. What's wrong with it?
Okay, and so now, you found that?
Oh, almost. I got them.
Okay, take your time.
All right.
And so when we have become dislocated, right? And so if my shoulder dislocated, it takes time for it to heal, to come back, and the bones to reunite, right? And that's how we are as the 12 tribes. It takes time for us to come back and remember to who we once was. Even the heathens know that this was only going to last for so long. That's why they put millions of dollars to change who you were. And see, both heathens, the Arab, like I say, he makes sure that he don't identify Muhammad as black. He just won't say Muhammad any color because he want to hide the identity of serving a black God. The white man, different. He made Jesus white. He's a little more gangster. Okay? But both of them is secure to say, stay away from them knowing that they are the true people, or even their color. Let them separate their identity. How do we do that? Let's go back in the days when they cut the nose off the statue, right? Okay, so when they cut the nose off the statue, that was identity theft, right? That was identity theft. And when you change Jesus, Yahushua, white, you got it?
Yeah, kind of.
That was identity theft. Now, I can go to jail for putting my identity on another person's ID. But who's going to take me to jail? The person that created identity theft is going to take me to jail for what? Copying what he do. Because he the greatest at what he do, and he the only one want to do it. You walk straight, why do the killing? Right? You stay away from this Bible, or if you get in this Bible, you read it with blue contact lenses and put on a yellow wig, right? And I might want you to turn the pages with some P. Diddy lotion so it can slip and stay where it's supposed to be. That wasn't funny? She hate when I talk about that. All right. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. With everybody there say God. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. It reads as this: Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall set against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Well, you see how when it says, thou shalt serve thy enemies, that lets you know that, everybody ain't, he can't be for everybody, but it says in hunger and thirst. And of course, anybody that's been in the truth, you know that us as a people, we don't own no farms, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? And even if somebody says a few, you don't know those few black farmers, and right. They may be on the verge of being out of business, you know what I'm saying? 90%, or probably not even that, 98% of the farmers are from other nations. Right. You know what I mean? And what else it says in thirst? We don't own Pepsi, 7-Up, Sprite, Gatorade, all that, you know what I mean? Yeah, of course, they 50 sold it. But overall, his company didn't buy it, make it. He just purchased that. And even if you say he is distributed, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't own the factories to do that. And then, like it says, the end, put a yoke. There's only one group of people who have yokes of iron on their neck. Mm-hmm. And then, like Ben was saying, when they take it off, the reason they took it off, you was totally destroyed. Ain't no need to keep it on you no more. You don't know who you are. You don't know where you came from.
You stop running.
There you go. It's like if you remember when they had the pets and they got the invisible that invisible fence. That's just how it was.
Right. Yeah.
You know the dog already. Once he gets shot,
Yeah.
He know not to go past. Like if the thing by the tree,
That's heavy
he
right there.
already know.
Right.
If I go by that tree, what's gonna happen?
Right.
You know what I mean? And just like, and the thing with us, it don't really have to be. If some of us would stop some of us from running. You know what I mean? If one of us did want to run, and if somebody else got word of it, he'll tell.
He gonna tell.
You know what I mean?
The master 2 o'clock, you running.
There you go. So if we have multiple things to stop us, so that's what I say, and that's a part of being destroyed. You know, if you fearful from running, why you gonna tell me?
Right.
Tell on me. You know what I mean? That's another part of being destroyed.
Right.
You know what I mean? And how they say it always, where I'm gonna get a better food than this. You know what I mean? That's the mind of some of us, even to today. Even though we tell some of our brothers and sisters, the kingdom is for you, heaven is for you. No, I'm good right here.
Right, come. This is the best I've ever had.
There you go. You happy down here?
Yeah.
Temporarily, just like you said. What happens to the majority of our entertainers? Like you say, P. Diddy, Bill Cosby, you can name them.
They try to run.
Falling down.
They
You
try
know
to
what I
run.
mean? You may have this little wealth temporarily, but you get out of master's good graces. He can take it all. Say something he don't like, he'll take it all from you. You know what I mean? You just like them. You just happen to be in a better situation. But don't ever think you me, because I can bring you back to them. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Come.
God, they like you long as you stay in your place.
There you go.
Right.
That's what I say. Don't think you me, because I can take that from you anytime.
Right. As long as you stay in the cotton field, as long as you stay in that doctrine, don't become an Israelite. Matter of fact, I hate those who try to run. I hate those who are Israelites. Because you know one thing about being Israelites, you messed up Christianity money. Even the Israelites that's in doctrine of being Christians hate their own people. And then vice versa. Because we know that they're wolves in sheep clothing leading our people the wrong way. Right? We know that. We know they're leading our people the wrong way, and they hate us for leading our people the right way. But the people that's in doctrine has to guess. But one thing that's for certain is that when that song was played, we couldn't read the Bible. And how did we read the Bible today? And it connects with the song, and it connects with the UFOs that they call IFOs, Israelites, foreign objects. Right? These are the transportation we will be raptured on. And they know that the more you get them nukes prepared, the more we see that they ready to get us up out of here. And where it come from, the song that's in the Bible that he didn't even know. That's a prophecy. See, prophecy predicts the future. We were singing prophecies. We were singing a prophecy. Some prophecy had rhythm to it. You hear what I'm saying? You can speak a prophecy, but back then we were singing prophecies as code words right in front of the white man. Hit the white man right in front of us, and I'm talking about him being destroyed and we getting carried home. He up here walking right in front of us with a gun. Not knowing what I'm talking about. Then we stopped singing. He said, sing it again. I like that song. Nigga, we talking about killing you. Oh, you like this song, Master? Master, you like that Carry Me Home?
They did a lot of songs.
They did a lot of songs. And so,
Run away. To run.
Right. And let me tell you another song. I'm gonna get Dr. Hit It to hit it. You gonna hit it, Dr. Hit It? The flashlight. This Dr. Hit It about to hit it. You ready, Doc? Now, this is a song that this ain't the Cotton Field song. This is a song that's in front of our face. That's in the Bible and disconnected.
A lot of people didn't know it.
A lot of people didn't even know it. And it's going to blow your mind how close it is to you to this day. And the people that sung this song, you would never think they understood the rapture. And they smoke the weed.
I think he smoked a little bit more.
I think he smoked too. That's probably how he got connected back. Go ahead.
Swing down, sweet chariot, come and let me ride. Swing down, sweet chariot, come and let me ride. Swing down, sweet chariot, come and let me ride. Swing down, sweet chariot, come and let me ride. That was it.
Okay, and so they were singing about chariots. Now that we see the chariots, we can't see the chariots. Why? Because you can't see the chariots with Gentile mentality. That's how you know you're a Gentile. When you cannot see the chariots, you got to be like, let me shake myself up out of this Gentile mentality because I'm supposed to caught that. You can't let everything be taught to you. Well, you can, of course, nothing wrong with that. But you have to come to this. Right? Nothing wrong with things being taught, but you have to come to this, especially when it's so close to you. I don't want to, I missed that. And I was like, dang, how did I miss that? And it's so close to me. The Lord said, I spoke to you several times, but you couldn't hear me. Which one if I speak to you straight up, you'll die. How you want to live and you can't hear the signs? And they write in the Bible. All right, let's go to
I got a precept of what you're saying. Let's go to Psalms 104 and 3.
We read Psalms 104 and 3 for children.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 104 and 3.
I got that. You had 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah. I erased that.
Psalms chapter.
Oh, you had that? My fault.
No, you good. Go ahead. We got a bunch of them.
Yeah, my fault.
Psalms chapter 104, verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariot?
That's heavy.
Who walketh up upon the wings of the wind?
When it say make a cloud, that only mean one thing. I don't care how somebody say how powerful America is. Ain't no way they making a cloud out of a chariot.
No.
That's letting you know right there who he talking about.
That's us.
You know what I mean? That'll let you know who those so-called it's coming from the clouds.
It comes from the clouds.
You know what I mean? So I just wanted to point out what y'all was saying, swing low. That cloud is a chariot that's going to come swing down. And like you said, we just read that in the Bible where it say a cloud out of a chariot. Only one being can do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ain't no pastor probably never read that to you in church.
If he did read it, he don't know what he's looking at.
So that would give you a better understanding, you know what I mean? It said out of a cloud. You know what I mean?
We need metal, we need sand, we need heat, we need fire.
All that.
They're doing it out of a cloud.
All that. That's why you.
That's scandalous.
Where you stopped at 4, go to 5.
Who layeth the foundations of the earth, that it should be not removed forever.
Right, and so who lays the foundation of the earth that it should be not be moved forever. And so did you say something about water in there?
No.
Okay, that's another verse.
No.
Okay, did we do Habakkuk 2 and 12? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go down to Ezekiel 1 and 10, and then give me Matthew 24
Ezekiel 1 and 10.
and 29. Yeah.
What's the other one you said you wanted?
Read Ezekiel 10 and 1, and then read Matthew 24 through 29 for children.
You want me to go to Ezekiel?
No, I want you to study 29 right quick. Okay. 24, 29.
Matthew 24 and 29.
Do 23 because he's going to read it for you.
Okay.
Give me 24.
No, not yet. But give me Ezekiel 10 and 1.
Okay. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 10, verse 1. Then I looked, and behold, in the firmament that was above the head of the cherubims, there appeared over them as it were a sapphire stone.
Right. Okay, and so he said, behold, which means look up. And say that, read it again, behold what?
It said, and then I looked up.
And there appeared?
Then I looked up, behold, in the firmament that was above the head of the cherubims, there appeared over them as it were a sapphire stone,
Go ahead.
as the appearance of the likeness of a throne.
Right, the appearance of a likeness of a throne. So when they say the cherubims, they identify it as like a creature, right? But there's a twofold, because it can be identified as a chariot as well. And I'm gonna show you that. Keep going.
And he spake unto them. And he spake unto the man clothed with linen,
Okay, go ahead.
and said, Goeth in between the wheels, even under the chair.
Okay, and so he spoke to the man, right? Go in it. That's the chariot, right? Into the wheel. Go ahead. So go ahead. So now the man is going into the chariot. Go ahead.
And fill thy hand with coals of fire from between the cherubims, and scatter them over the city. And
Okay. And so what we look over the cities, we see chariots over the cities, right? And they scattered over where? Every city, even in Jerusalem, scattered. Am I right? And they've been looking at, and they've been scattering themselves more and more and getting visible. Why? Because Putin talking about he got a nuke so fast that by the time you see it, it's landing on you. That's how fast this nuke is. And so the chariots like, we so fast that by the time you push it, you dead. That's how fast you is. Inside your bunker. That's how fast you are. That's how fast we are. Go ahead. They scattered along the city.
let me tell you. And he went in my sight. Verse 3. Now the cherubims stood on the right side of the house when the man went in, and the cloud filled the inner court.
Right. Okay. And so the chariots, they stand still. They wasn't. When you're in the air, you got to move to keep balance. It stood still, right? And who was inside of these chariots? They call them mans. They didn't call them aliens. The white man called them aliens, so it can disconnect them from you. Because they damn sure an alien ain't him. Right? And it's disconnected from you. But go ahead. Did you get that? You got that video? Because we're gonna show who they are inside of them chariots. We're gonna show who inside. We know this.
Oh no, I lost the video.
Hell no.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
I got it on. Damn. I sent it to you. I texted it to you. I texted it to you. You should still have it through your text from me.
You see.
I sent it to you in the text.
Okay, here we go.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Can you want to play it? You know, lift it up and play it.
Yeah. It's a long video. We got.
I'm just go get to the
See if I can find a short.
get to the black man
It's
inside.
not playing. It's not playing. It's just buffering.
You got Ezekiel 1.
Yeah.
Oh, what you call?
Huh?
Oh, in your notes, you got Ezekiel 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. We don't. You reading that now?
Oh, okay. I got you.
You got Matthew 24 and 29 coming up.
I got you.
Let me do this. Let me see what.
And
Here, you want me to do that while you looking for it?
yeah.
I got it. It's just
I read it.
It's just buffering.
Oh man, dang yeah, I wish I could go get the internet password. Okay, so anyway, I'll just talk it out. All right, so some of us already heard and know that there was a scientist, right? And he was being interviewed by a lady, and so the lady was saying to him, his job was to have everyone else to understand these UFOs. So he has actually said that he had dealt with the UFO. And she said to him, who are they? He said that these people are
Okay,
darks. You get
see if
it?
I can put it up on my tablet. This thing.
Holy Spirit, help us with this. I love to have this exposed. And so at the interview, he had said that the people on there are black people. And so she was hurt. She was talking about, you mean that you mean they are our people? And she white as snow. He's like, no, they're not our people. They are black. She said, like, you mean brown? Like, you know, like the you know, they always go to the Arabs. You know, he's not black. He's when they say Jesus not black, he's olive. So they try to make him an Arab or tan. And my man was like, no, he's not none of that. There was dark black people, like African Americans, and they stood 6 to 10 feet. 10 feet tall, and her face dropped. See, that's one thing I tell you is that when you say Jesus is black, they look way down the road. They see, when you tell a black person Jesus is black, it don't even matter if he's black or white. They don't make a difference. But to the white folks, when you say he's black, they look way down the road like we in some trouble out of all we done did to these people. See, they say, even their forefathers done did it, they say after all we done did, because they know they connected. After all we done did to these people, we about to get the business. See, black folks, they don't even matter if he pink. They got issues. You know, he died for my sins, but do it matter on how he died? Yeah, he just got his hair and black eyes, some stuff pulled out. It don't even, like I say, if he broke his toenail, I want to know everything about him. I want to know how he looked. I want to know where he got hit at. I want to know what color he is. I want to know everything about him. He belongs to me. I'm not doctrinized. Give it to me.
Guys, okay, he's one of those scientists who claims to have seen UFOs, unidentified flying objects. And in this video, guys, he's going to describe a time NASA scientists actually saw a UFO ship land, and people actually came out of the ship, okay? And he's going to tell you what those things look like, guys. A very powerful video from someone who is very credible, highly credible, guys. So I want you guys to watch this video, and then we'll come back for more discussion at the end, okay?
So are you not positing the idea that those vehicles contain, beings who are, maybe like us?
And I only go along with government images. And if you want to know about people kind of thing, there is the ship that picked up the Voyager capsule at Alameda Naval Shipyard, and they have a picture there of I think it's the Apollo flight that Bugs and Neil were on. But anyway, there's one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark,
Black skin.
really black. Yeah.
Were they tall?
Yes.
Very tall. How tall? Do you know?
Well, they got out the doorway. I don't know how high that is, but
Well,
I would say 7 feet would be probably a conservative estimate. There is one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark,
Black skin.
really black. Yeah.
There you have it, guys. There you have it, okay? This guy's name is Doctor.
And so she tried to downplay the colors, like that, the brown skin. He said, "No, you're not listening to me. They are black people, like Negroes. And she like Negroes? You talking about the people, out of all the people, you talking about the one we did the worst? That's who they look like coming off them spaceships? That's who they look like. That's frightening. That's frightening for all races. We don't have a clue on how much God loves us. They do. That's frightening for all races. We don't have a clue on how much we don't see ourselves as chosen people. You see what I'm saying? We just see ourselves fitting in and we all gonna make it. No. You're not gonna make it until you identify yourself, until God open your eyes. Because you can't even help yourself. God got to help you get on this ship. And so if you don't see that you are Israel and you got to keep these commandments, that's because he don't want you. And that's just, it's really that simple. You know, he's not ready for you to wake up now. Either that or he don't want you. You know what I'm saying? It's two things. He ain't ready for you to wake up now, or he just don't want you. You think, oh, you know, it's me. It's not you. When he want to wake you up, you coming. Who can resist his will? No one. So if he haven't put that in you, you cannot make it. Because he don't want you. He got you in a delusional state. You thinking that this stuff, no. He don't want you. And that's a sad story. I can look at some pastors or what's that nigga be dancing looking like a, he took over the Prince. He took over, he a pastor. I mean,
Oh, you talking about,
he sang and danced and he took over Prince identity. Kurt Franklin. Yeah, he took over Prince identity. High heels, doing a jerk like Prince. You know what I'm saying? That's Prince as a Christian singer. That's Prince as a Christian singer. You see what I'm saying? See, he want to play games. He ain't want to go to the party. He just want to play games. Because he have been invited, I'm sure. If the snake made it in there, then he was invited. No, I just want to dance out here. Come on in here, nigga. We got the grease for you. We got the slide. You doing the slide on the stage, we got the real slide.
Oh, there's some scandals behind him too.
Yeah. Get the lightweight. Come on in with heavyweight at. You know what I'm saying? You want to jerk and all that. Okay, so let me keep moving. All right, give me so you still reading Ezekiel? Keep going with Ezekiel. Okay, so now you see where she tried to downplay and try to get him to say something different. Now, all these other people, everybody, you know, all these white people have been drafted up on spaceships. Not one black person been up there. You know why? Because he don't need to take nobody black up there. He need to take some white folks up there, because that's who you're going to believe. If I take a black person up there, you won't believe him. You don't even believe him now, when he's telling you the chosen people. But when I take a white person up here, and he tell you that ain't nothing but us running this, on this planet. A white boy said he had a dream. He was taken up, and he said, Daddy, Jesus is black. They thought something was wrong with him. He said, Daddy, no. When I woke up in heaven, everybody was black. There was not one white angel. I felt hell, and the place was beautiful. How you feel hell and the place was beautiful? Because you know you don't belong there. And his father was a Ku Klux Klan. Do you see what I'm saying? So the father know what he doing. He know that taking a white person up there and bringing him down who you identify yourself as. If he don't wake you up, what that verse say is, can I go back and tell my brother? I think it was Lazarus, right? Because he didn't feed the poor man, but the poor man made it to heaven, and the rich man didn't. So he asked, "Can I go back?" He said, "If they don't hear Moses, why would they listen to you? If you don't hear this white man just telling you that we black up here, you gonna die, because that's who you identify yourself as." Okay. All right. Where we at?
Ezekiel. Keep going.
The next one's gonna be
4.
year 4.
I think it was at verse 4. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Then the glory of the Lord went up from the cherub and stood over the threshold of the house, and the house was filled with the cloud, and the court was full of brightness of the Lord's glory.
Okay, and so that's how the chariots look. They look like they're the brightness of God's glory. Why? Because that's the closest you can get. His glory is so heavenly that it would kill you. You ever felt so good to die? That's how powerful His glory is. When you go into death, it's painful and stuff like that. But His glory is so powerful that you would continue to keep this goodness even if you died. That's how glorious it is. Magnificent. And so the piece of His glory, the amount that you can take, was in chariots. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And the sound of the cherubims wings was heard even to the outer court.
Right, and right. And so the wings had the sound of it had. I don't know if y'all seen this news. They were saying, well, this road that they built and a UFO came past it. It makes a certain sound, and it doesn't stop doing this. It's all day, and white folks don't know where it's coming from. They don't know where it's coming from. Go ahead.
As the voice of the Almighty when He speaketh.
Keep
Verse
going.
6. And it came to pass that when He had commanded the man clothed with linen shall take, saying, take the fire from between the wheels, from between the cherubims. Then he went in and stood beside the wheels.
Okay, and so like Ezekiel say, a wheel in the middle of a wheel. A wheel is round and flat, right? Okay, so a wheel in the middle of a wheel. So when you look at the chariots, they really round and flat, but they sitting up, with authority. Okay, and so now you can see he's describing on what it is. Keep going.
Verse 7. And one cherub stretched forth his hand from between the cherubims unto the fire that was between the cherubims, and took therefore and put into the hands of him that was clothed with linen, who took it and went out. Verse 8. And there appeared in the cherubims from the form of a man's hand under the wings. And when I looked, behold, the 4 wheels by the cherubims, one wheel by one cherub, and another wheel by another cherub.
Right. Okay. I just hate to say UFOs because that's what the white man put in your sight and in your ear to identify this. But just imagine 2 objects, Israelite foreign objects. Okay, so it's 2 of them right there. All right, go ahead.
And the appearance of the wheels was as the color of a barrel stone.
Right, and so the color of it, right, was like a barren stone, which a lot of us have not seen, but just like a white gold. Or you have white gold, you have dark gold, you have yellow gold, you have different types of gold. Go ahead.
And as for the appearance, they four had one likeness, as if a wheel had been in the midst of a wheel.
Right. Okay.
And now, as for its appearance, it looked like one likeness, right? Right, and the likeness of it was a gold likeness. Where was that at? Okay, keep going up. We'll run into it later. It's going to tell you the color of them. But go ahead.
Verse 11. When they went up their four sides, they turned not as they went.
Right. Okay. And so now, when the IFOs or UFOs, when it goes up, you can't see it turns like this because every side looks the same. Right. So you can't tell if it turns because when they went, they just go. You know what I'm saying? When they went, you turn and then you go right. No, they just keep straight and they just venture off right, back, or whatever. You don't see them turn like that because their eyes and it's everywhere. You hear what I'm saying? So they don't have to turn because they already venturing off wherever they at as a sight of seeing. Go ahead.
But to the place where the head looked, they followed it.
Right. Wherever the head looks, they follow it. Why? Because everywhere all around it was the head. There's no, it's like us. For me to go backwards, I gotta turn around and go backwards. They can just go backwards. Why? Because the backwards is the head. All around it is the head. There's no back. Everything is head. Go ahead.
They followed it. But let me start again. But to the place where the head looked, they followed it. They turned not as they went.
Right. They don't have to turn. They turned not as they went. They went without turning. Go ahead.
And their whole body, and their backs, and their hands, and their wings, and their wheels were full of eyes round about.
Right. You see them lights all the way around the
chariots.
The chariots. And then when they open up, they come out their wings. But okay, go ahead. Let's stop that and go get 24 for Chisel.
I was gonna back y'all story up with the
Oh, you got something for that?
yeah, with the story.
You want to read something, or you gonna take care of it?
I'll read it. We're gonna go to Ezekiel. We're gonna go to Ezekiel 1 and 5. We're gonna back up to show you that story that y'all just read, how it was biblical. Okay, we're gonna go to Ezekiel 1 and 5. Everybody there say "Con"? Ezekiel 1 and 5, and it reads as this: Also, out of the midst thereof came a likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had a likeness of a man. Now this is going on to when he's, they seeing what an angel looked like. Verse 6, everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings, and their feet were straight, and the sole of the feet was like the sole of the calf's foot. Kind of like how you saying he was describing it. But we're going to go deeper into it. It said, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. And when it says burnished brass, we already know what that brass go into.
Right.
What's the color of brass? It's brown, but it says burnished. So we also know what that means when we go to the right there. So that's telling you how, when you said that whatever y'all that little clip y'all just was reading, it's saying that the angels were black.
And he identified it.
There you
as
go.
a white man.
There you go. And it says right there in the Bible, the same thing he said is in the text right there. So it's saying the same thing, that the angels are black. Now this is, you can find this in the Bible, but the angels that you see on TV is nowhere in this book.
No.
They don't describe them nowhere. So that's letting you know right there. It's giving a description, just like it gave a description of the Messiah. And what does it say? Burnished brass. We all know what that is. All right, I yield on that.
That's heavy right there. That's heavy.
I didn't know he read that. He read it right under my nose. Okay, where you at?
Let me keep going on. What was it? Matthew.
Yeah, you're going to go to Matthew 24 and start with verse 29, Chisel.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
That's new.
You say you going? Were you going all the way to 33 or?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, keep going up.
And then shall appear in the sign, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
Kind of stop right there, like he said. It says immediately after the tribulation of those days, darkness. We're gonna be in darkness, right? The moon and the moon is not even gonna come out. It says the stars shall fall, and all the powers of heaven should be awakened. That's talking about that time of the coming of the Messiah. Then what does it say? The sign of the Son of Man. That's the Messiah coming back. Go ahead, finish that out.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds, heaven of heaven, with power and great glory.
Kind of right there is saying, like we were saying, the chariots and all that, all the angels are coming. Like I say, with all the power.
Right.
That's the coming. You know what I mean? It's not how they say he's coming floating around. It says he's coming with power, not floating around, smiling with glee. Finish that out.
Verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet.
God, so that's on you. When you hear that loud trumpet, when we on earth, when we hear that loud trumpet, then we know that's the coming. Right. Keep going.
And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven even to the other. Coming
through the four corners of the earth. They come, and like it was another scripture that says some of the angels are deep, deep in the ocean. So they coming out the ocean too. Mm-hmm. It's not just from out the sky. They deep in the ocean, because you know the ocean, man can only go so far in the ocean. Right. You know what I mean? That man cannot explore every place of this earth. Man has a limitation. You know what I mean? Okay, finish that out.
Verse 32. Is that where we at? Yeah.
God, you was on 32.
Yeah. Verse 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and put forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see these things, know that it is near, even at the doors.
Okay, he just wanted you to go to 34. That was it. It's saying just like you know the summer is nigh. He said when you see all these events, the whirlwinds, how to say the trumpet. When we go back, where the light, where it says the tribulations is one, where the sun should be darkened. There won't be no sun, no moon, none of that. When we go back to 30, what was that, 31? He said, when you see all these signs, you know that time is near.
Right.
So that's what we say. When you read these scriptures, we will know these signs, because if you don't get into this book reading it, you won't know when that time is coming.
Right.
It's giving you warning, just like how we see, what did they call that this last year? Was it this year with the eclipse? Uh-huh. Those are all signs that he's coming back. He's giving you warning through these scriptures, like we always say. This is your path to write. This is your playbook, basically. It's letting you know what's coming, when it's coming, how it's coming. Right. You know what I mean? So that's why we try to tell some of the lost sheep or some of our people, start coming back to the Bible. Right. Because you will see these signs, just like we see the chariots. Mm-hmm. You will be able to see this. You would know that it's not an unidentified flying object. It's something to that. You know what I mean? But what we have to realize, the enemy is always going to keep us asleep. He always going to throw something, how they say, I'm going to make what's going to be in this hand, but I'm going to have you looking at this hand. All he doing is playing these little magical tricks. But if you start getting back to this book, you will know all those tricks that he placed on TV or the internet and all that. It's not so. We have to start getting back to this book. We have to start gathering with each other. We have to start knowing what is factual and what is true, what is real and what is fake. Right. See, with our people, like you say, we believe what they say. You know what I mean? That UFO, how long has they been saying UFOs for what? 40, 50 years.
All in that actually.
Probably, yeah, you know what I mean? So we got to start back coming to this truth, to this book, our real calling. All right, I yield.
Con. Where we at? You good?
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
Give me Mark 16:15. Hold on. You just hit Matthews.
Yeah.
Con.
Is in there anywhere in Matthews there's something was called creatures?
I don't think in that chapter.
Okay, in Ezekiel. Go to Ezekiel 28, 1 and 18. Start with 17 on to 20.
1:18.
Yes, Ezekiel 1 and 18. Then read down to 20.
Okay. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter.
Give me Mark 16:15.
Chapter 1 and verse 18. Would everybody there say con? This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1 and verse 18, and it reads as this. As for their rings, they're all so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were so full of eyes round about them four.
Right, and so we showing power, right? And it was dreadful. Okay, now, which means they was frightening to look on or even deal with, right? Because I mean that's dreadful. So when you're frightened to deal with it, or sometimes even look upon it, because it's dreadful. Go ahead.
And when the living creatures went,
Right there. When the living creatures, right? Start right there. Okay, let's deal with the creatures. Because now we want to know who are on these chariots. We got to know who on them chariots. The scientist, Pinto scientist, said that there was black people, right? And it was a boy, and his father was a Ku Klux Klan, and he identified the whole heavens as niggers, right? So now we want to see who are the creatures that's on this level to be in the chariots, to be sitting on the platform of heaven. We want to see that, right? Now, let's deal with the creatures, right? Because what do white Americans show you the nature of the people that come off the UFOs? They show creatures, right? Three-fingered creatures, big old heads, small noses, big eyes, small noses. You ain't got enough clean air to get up in your big old head to even come up with some sense. And you're gonna build stuff with 3 fingers. And I got 5, and I can't build what you build. It's not making sense. So who are these creatures? Go to Mark 16:15, and then you give me James 1 and 1, and then go to 1 and 18.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 16, verse 15. And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
Right. Okay, so if we see the creatures in heaven, now how do we go preach to these same creatures that's on earth? If we see these black people in heaven, how do we go preach? If we see Israelites ruling heaven, how do we go preach to Israelites on earth? Because you got the creatures on earth, the same creatures that's in heaven is on earth. I knew you in your mother's womb. Well, how did you know me in my mother's womb? Unless you knew who I was before you put me in there. You was a creature with me in heaven. Who would go down there? Choose me, Lord. I will go for you. So I knew you in heaven. I knew you in your mother's womb. I need that. Give me that. Drop that. Give me I knew you in your mother's womb. That's somewhere. I got that somewhere, though. Okay. Give me that. I knew you in your mother's womb. And we already know we dealing with creatures because that's who in heaven. So read that one more time. Mark 16:15.
Book of Mark, chapter 16, verse 15. And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
So he's saying that the creatures are in the world. So you mean the creatures are in the world with us? So for God so loved the world that he gave his, for God so loved the creatures that he gave his only begotten son, that whichever creature believe on him shall have everlasting life. Because we got to go preach to him. Drop that and give me Acts 11 and 19.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 11, verse 19. Now, they which were scattered abroad upon the persecution that arose about Stephen, traveled as far as Phoenicia and Cyprus and Antioch, preaching the word to none but only the Jews, to the Jews only.
Okay, so if he telling you to go preach to the creatures, and here in Acts he say go preach to the Jews only.
Creatures.
Yeah, we creatures to everybody. Keeping the commandments is creaturey. So in Acts, go preach to the Jews only. Here it says go preach to the creatures. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, give me Yeah, give me that. And explain that. You got time?
Yeah. This is
Oh, you got time.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Everybody there say kind. Yeah, Jeremiah 1 and 5.
You should be laughing, Samantha.
And it reads as this.
I am.
Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou came forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee to be a prophet unto thy nations. Well, you know, the Most High know you before you. He know you when you was a seed. You know what I'm saying?
He know you was in heaven.
Yeah, when you we thinking, you know, as mortals that, you know, how could he know you in the womb? Just because a human don't know you in the womb, and even sometimes, how they say when it's in the womb, the baby can hear the mother. So
the baby knows the mother before he come out.
So if the baby know all that, the Most High gotta know he placed you in the womb. Just like I say, how he sent the Messiah before he was even in the womb of Mary. So like you say, the Messiah, the Most High know who coming here beforehand. You know what I mean? He already know who was what, where you going. He already know you're going to be a male, you're going to be this, you're going to be this height, you're going to be this. He already know beforehand. That's the power of the Most High.
Come on. Read that for me.
Which one?
Before I knew you.
Okay. This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Right. Okay. So he said, before I sanctified thee. Right. Now, before I sanctify thee. Before means I'm not gonna do it yet, so I'm already dealing with you. I'm already with you in order to be before we do this. Okay, I'm talking to you, right? Before we go to camp. I'm already with you. Right? Before we go to camp, I'm already dealing with you. You know, but before we go to work, I'm already dealing with you. Before I sanctify you, I'm already dealing with you. That's why I ain't sanctify you yet. I decide to sanctify who I'm dealing with based on how we deal. I deal with him, but I don't sanctify. I go to, I know him, but I don't go to camp with him. I know you, but I go to camp with you. You see what I'm saying? Because I choose to sanctify you. I know him, but I didn't choose to sanctify him. So I know who I place in order. So when I put you in the belly, I already knew you. How you already knew me? Because I'm dealing with you. Before the world was here, we all was here before the world was created. We all was here before the world was created. Today, what was that John the Baptist? When Elijah come back, and he said, he come back to bring the children to the Father and the Father to the children, right? And that was through water baptism through John the Baptist. And they asked John, "Are you Elijah?" And John said, "No." But they asked Yahushua, so called Jesus, "Who is John?" And he said, "John is Elijah." So we have no remembrance of who we once was. Right? The white man have no remembrance of who he once was. Cain. Cain killed his brother. Is Esau killing Jacob to this day?
All day.
All day. So now we had one Cain. Out of that one Cain, it came many. Right? Out of that one Jacob became many. When I know one, I know 12. Okay, so now let's go back to the creatures. Okay, so now give me James 1:1. Yeah, finish that Mark 16:15 up. Yeah, y'all can go to James 1:1. 16:15. Because we went to Acts 11 and 19, where it says, "Go and preach to the Jews only."
You had which one? You had that? Which one?
You got James 1:1
Yeah.
and 1:18. Okay. You got both of them. And then you got Mark 15:16.
The book of Mark, chapter 15, verse 16. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved.
16:15.
See what?
Mark 16:15?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
Mark chapter 16 verse 15.
Yeah, 16:15.
And he says unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
Right. And so at Acts it says, "Go only to the Jews." So is these creature Jews? They gotta be. Why? Because there's no conflict or struggle against the same doctrine. You see what I'm saying? Satan fight against himself, he destruct himself. But the word doesn't fight against itself, it supports itself. Right? Okay, so now we see that Acts saying the Jews only. We see that Mark saying the creatures only. Now let's go see James 1:1.
Con, this is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1. When everybody there, say con.
Con.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1. And it reads as this. James, a servant of Yahweh and Yahushua, to the 12 tribes which scattered abroad.
Right. Okay, so if we're going to preach to the scattered creatures, and James saying to those who are scattered abroad, go to 18 now. Jump to 18.
Verse 18. Of his own will begat he us.
Okay, of his own, which means like my son, that's my own. My daughter is my own. Of my own family, of my own seed, right? Let's just put it like that. Of my own seed, go ahead.
With the word of the truth.
With the word and so it's so true that it can't come back a lie. That's how truth the word is. It's so true that no one have came back and say, your word, you lied, Father. No one. Go ahead.
That we should be kind of first fruits of his creatures.
What's the first fruit? The first fruit, your firstborn. And so the creatures, right, is related to the who? The firstborn, the Messiah. So you got to be careful on how you talk about and how you treat these creatures. You don't abuse these creatures. Do you know who their daddy is, dog? You ever did somebody so bad and his daddy was so powerful and locked up, and his daddy was locked up so long that you just treated this nigga bad. And then when his daddy got out, all hell changed. Read it again.
Verse 18. Of his own will begat he us with the word of the truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures.
Right, so we the first fruits. Why you got the creatures the first fruit? When you taste your first sweet mango, or your first sweet watermelon, you had to go get another one. Like a crackhead. When you smoked your first crack, you had to go get another one. Whatever it is that had you to go get another one. Your first time, let's say virgin, or whatever. Your first time wanting the second. Let's put it like that. Your first time wanting the second. And sometimes I go to major issues because a lot of us can't relate to the major issues. Why? Because we once was there. We want to be so holy that we never, we never was. No, we understand life. You know what I'm saying? Or your first, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so now your first love, you cannot let go. That's why you had to go back. You see what I'm saying? Only person you want is this one. I don't want nothing else. I just want this. I don't care if it's something better or worse. Just give me this. When somebody say which one we'll get from Randazzo's or the fruit market, you gonna give me a mango, some peach. You gonna want the first. Why? Because when you first taste it, you're looking for that. I'm looking for that first sugar dip. That first sugar dip, a dip sugar, right? You don't want the dip sugar. You want the sugar dip. Hell no. All right. Okay, the first one. Okay, so now give me Wisdom of Solomon.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 19, verse 6. For the whole creature.
Hold on.
What was that?
Wisdom of Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon, 19 and 6.
Okay, so now these is on the chariots. So who on the chariots? I want to see that person that I hugged on the chariots. I once knew that person on the chariots is coming to rapture me up. I knew him. Is what I'm trying to tell you. The person that come to rapture me up, he promised that he would do this. He promised me that I will rapture you up when the nukes blew. Well, I'm going down. You sure you got me, man? I got you. Just go down there and handle this with them people. Go save the sheep. And the nukes gonna go, but I got you. Who gonna rapture me? I want Jeff to rapture me. What about George? No, George can rapture him. I'm straight on George. I don't want George to rapture me. I want Jeff. Jeff, you gonna rapture me? Yes, I'm gonna rapture you. That I want the same angel, the same creature that knew me before I was born. So when these nukes blew, I know he gonna rapture me. That's why I'm here. I'm safe already because I'm here. So and so it says by faith. Did Noah work and built the ark, or did he just have faith? Noah had to work to prove his faith. We here living this life proving our works. And we got faith that we're going to be raptured up. What the hell are they talking about? They lost. God don't want them. They think that, see, the problem is, you got to get me to believe that. No, I don't. If God wanted you, you will already believe it. He don't want you. This makes so much sense that you know you're a fool for not being so deep. I don't have to tell you nothing. You know that this is so far ahead that you so far behind that you don't know what to do. That's because you're not true to the Father. We got other nations. And I heard a white lady say, I wish that I could give my left arm and right leg to be an Israelite. They're being interviewed. You're an Israelite and you're trying to live like them. And they saying she wish the white lady that you praise, wish she can be you. How ignorant can you be? That whip go a long ways. That whip didn't hit you. It hit your great grandmother, and you are in obedience to that same whip that hit her, like it's gonna hit you today. That's a hell of a beating. Our back was splattered. You can see the bones of your child getting whipped. And so you're going to be obedient because you don't want your next child to go up there. But that's not how we roll in that's not how we roll in Maccabees. She said, if you're gonna kill my one child, you're gonna have to kill the other. None of us gonna do what you say. Kill all of us. Boil us to death. Cut us alive. If you kill one of us, we all gonna hate you. To this day, and we'll see you on the back end. That's gangster. And that's from a real black female mother. And I'm gonna tell you that I do what I do know. A lot of women don't want to be around the women that's keeping the commandments. I noticed that a lot of women do not want to be around the women that's in obedience. And men's too. Where we at? James 1:18. You didn't give me. You got me Wisdom of Solomon or James? James, give me James. You gave me James already?
Yeah, we already did James and Wisdom, right?
Oh, we did Wisdom too?
Yeah.
Dang, yeah. That's a hell of an incident. No, give me Exodus 25:18. Read Exodus 20. Go to Titus. Look at Titus 2:13 and 14, and I want you to read that for the chisel. Titus 2:13 and 14. So look at that. Give me Exodus 25:18 and 22. Look over Titus 2:13 and 14.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 13. Everybody got to say, God? Looking for that blessed hope and the glorious appearing of the great God and our Savior, Jesus Christ.
Right. And so what's up with that glorious appearance of great God? Because the blessings of what? Our Savior, Yahushua. Okay, and so our Savior, how do you save us? So you have to save us from something that you got to kill. That's what saving is, something you have to destroy to keep us safe. Right? So what got us in some type of destruction that he had to come destroy that to deliver us? And we know it's the white man nature over us. We all know that. That's common sense. Now we know Christianity ain't got no enemies. They so off balance. You know, it's a time to hate, time to love. They think it's just a time to forgive.
Kumbaya.
Kumbaya. You know, poke me with that one, and I'll take this one and I'll forgive you. Hit me upside the head and I'm cool with it. Black my eye, black my daughter eye, you know, black my son eye. You know, slap my son, slap me, slap all that. You know, do all what you can do to me, Mr. White Man. But nigga, once you look at me, nigga, wrong, I'ma kill you. Okay, keep so we got Titus.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. What did you give me? What did you give me? 25:18. Exodus.
No, he just read Titus.
Titus is for you. Look at Revelations 19 and 11.
19 and 11.
Okay, give me Exodus. Give me Exodus 19 and 5. While he look at that. You ready for that already? Huh?
Did you finish Titus?
Titus 20. Matter of fact, finish Titus 25 and 18 and stop at 22.
What you wanted me to get?
Hold on. Titus 2.
13 and
13 and
14.
14.
Yeah, finish that, and then I need you to look at Revelations 19, 11 through 12. No. Yours is the Corinthians. Yours is First Corinthians 15, 22, right?
Yeah.
Exodus 20.
Okay, get ready for that.
15 and 22.
Yeah, 15 and 22, and take over Revelations 19, 11 through 12. Get both of them. Let me know when you're ready for Revelations. You already ready for Corinthians, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Read Corinthians. I'll get it.
All right, finish Exodus 19, 5 through, Titus 2, 13 and 14.
Start back at Titus 2 and verse 13. Start there first.
Go ahead.
Looking for the blessed hope and the glorious appearing of the great God and our Savior Jesus Christ. Verse 14, who gave himself for us that he might redeem us from all iniquity and purify unto himself a peculiar people, zealous of good works.
Right, and he say, a peculiar people, jealous of good works. Give me 1 Peter 2 and 9. So he said, a peculiar people, jealous of good works. And so, why he keeps saying peculiar, and they keep telling us to work? Because the pastors don't read works, so they don't know where it's at. They keep skipping over stuff, right? And so works means you have to get it in. You have to go to work. You have to prove yourself. Noah had to build the ark. Did he have faith that Yahweh was going to just form the ark for him? No. He had to get the measurements. He had to go to work. Then he had the faith that the rain was going to come and he was going to be delivered. What ship they on, bro? And so to be peculiar in heavenly works. Keep going. Give me that.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 9.
First Peter 2.
So we peculiar, right? We're peculiar people. Keep going.
But ye are a chosen generation.
So now we're chosen generations. What type of generations? We're generations of creatures. We're generation of Judah. We're generations of the 12 tribes. Right? So we're chosen generation. Where you find that we're chosen at? You find it in Deuteronomy 7 and 6. We're chosen above all nations. And we're peculiar because we're above all nations. How you get peculiar? You weird to have my foot on you, and now you so high I got to bow down to you. Keep going.
But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation.
We're a holy nation, a royal priesthood, and what else?
A chosen generation.
A chosen generation.
A peculiar people.
A peculiar people. That's the trademark. We're peculiar people. You know, other people see peculiar as sometimes weird. Why you weird? Because we got the holidays off on Christmas. You going to work on your own car. The holidays is off and you don't have a Christmas tree up. Your kids did not get a bike, and my kids riding a bike, but you got a bike too early, or you got a bike too late. Your father and mother are weird. You're peculiar, right? Kind. A different type of nation, and in your womb it would be two nations, right? One strong, good than the other. So who's the strongest? We. He ain't talking about always strength and power. He talking about spiritually strong. See, we talk about strong. We talking about basketball and dunking. No, we talking about whooping strong, mentally strong, hanging, being hung, and we strong. Ships diving off the ship, and still some of us making over here, showing that we strong. All of y'all would have died on that ship. When none of you white folks would have made it that type of boat ride. The boat ride, nobody would have made it. We are weird to be able to make it through that boat. You're weird to be able to hold on your life with this type of philosophy going on. You still holding on your life, and you held on your life to make it here so I can beat the hell out you. You love yourself that much. How much more do you love the Father? Right, because guess what type of boat ride that was? That was a cross carrying ride. You had to carry your cross. That whooping wasn't, that boat ride and that whooping was nothing like that. To get on that cross and die for your people, to make it here and lose your identity, and to find it back. And when you found it back, guess what? You was rose from the dead. You rose from the dead, you back. Now the Chariots is saying it's on and popping. You black folks trying to say these white folks, you chocolate covered white folks, you couldn't make it through the ride. You didn't love the Father enough to stay who you was. And when you found out, you still refused the Father. And guess who that was? That was those who chose to ride with Satan and get kicked out of heaven. Now you got kicked out the kingdom. This is how you got kicked out of heaven. Right here, you got kicked out the kingdom by choosing your side. Them church members choosing their side. That's how the same people that got kicked out the kingdom. How many people are 2/3 left with Satan? And 2/3 on the earth gonna stay with him.
I got a couple precepts to what you said. The first one, let me get Deuteronomy 14:2, and then I'm gonna read Psalms 135 and 4.
Is he gonna finish 9?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
And finish second.
What's where I'm at?
After peculiar people.
First Peter. We can finish that out.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I'm good.
Okay. We'll go to Deuteronomy 14:2, and I'm gonna read Psalms 135 and 4.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14:2. Everybody got to say, "Con."
Con.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all nations that are upon the earth.
See, there you go, that word peculiar. He said he has chosen thee to be a peculiar people above all nations on the face of the earth. So that was like you were saying, that word peculiar. He said he chose a peculiar people.
Wow.
Different.
Get the dictionary and find out what peculiar means. I'll look it up.
Okay. Now this other precept,
Shit, I can't see that.
yeah, me neither. But it's I'll look it up on my phone. Let's go to Psalms 135 and verse 4. This is the book of Psalms 135 and verse 4. And everybody there say, "Come."
Psalms 135.
And 4. Come. This is the book of Psalms 135 and verse 4, and it reads this: For the Lord has chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure. Now he's saying a peculiar treasure. You know what I mean?
Ooh, now you know how we feel about our Rolexes.
So he said, not only that, you peculiar, you a treasure to him. You know, huh?
Go ahead. I got the definition right here.
Okay, go ahead.
You got okay, go ahead.
Peculiar, strange or odd, unusual.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
No,
That's heavy. No. Even when we out there in the cold, right? And there ain't nobody walking past or talking to us, right? People like, okay, they just out there, but the words say, "Speak to the wind," right? So that's weird. I almost say it's weird.
Read that again. No, it was some. Read that. No, it was I wanted to say something.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, you good. What was the definition again? Huh?
Strange or odd, unusual.
Okay. I was gonna say, you know how we do stuff with strange. How everybody else wear their baseball cap to the front. We'll wear it to the back, to the side, and you'd be like, that's strange,
right.
but we'll do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do we do even cars? You know, out west, what do? They put them lower and all that. You put big tires on it. You'd be looking like, that's strange.
Yeah, that's strange.
But we'll do stuff like that. So
Right.
you got to know, like you say, when it's peculiar, we do stuff beyond anybody else.
Right.
Even when you think about food. Now, I don't know if everybody used to do this, but on baked beans, I used to put sugar on them. How many people would do stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? We do stuff that's just it's separate from everybody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know, I'm gonna say another thing that I do. I don't know. Sometimes I put like ketchup on scrambled eggs. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know,
mustard.
So some people, you know, we do just things that's like
Different.
you wouldn't think that.
Put salt. I heard people put salt in watermelon.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? We just do stuff that, you know, anybody else would be like,
Right.
I wouldn't think of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing when you say the peculiar. Don't nobody act the way we act. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even how we
Chicken-
walk.
Chicken and grits.
I've heard people do that. You know what I'm
Chicken and
saying?
grits, yeah.
So when you think about all the things we do, how we
Grits and
conduct
fish.
ourselves. And I done had that with salmon, and that's good. So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Fish and grits.
Yeah.
White folks be
Yeah,
like, what
what's
the
a
hell
fish
you
and
talking about
grits?
fish and grits?
You know what I mean? So I mean, it's just the things we do. Like even like I say, as a child, we would put up a basketball. We done made games up like garbage ball. We shooting it in the garbage. You know what I'm saying? And like we done made a paper football and sliding it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just the things that we come up with our minds. You know what I'm saying?
A paper, and then make a flying plane.
Yeah, that too. Used to do all that. You know, you imagine make it long, you know, cut little things on the side. You know, you would think like, damn, that's how did they come up with that type of
It's
stuff?
like you used to make paper pop guns. You take the paper.
I remember those.
Paper
Yeah, I
pop
remember
guns.
those too.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? When
Very
it say
creative.
peculiar, it's got to be describing us, because no, like you said, all the things. You ain't never seen no white person come up with that like that. You ain't seen no Chinese person come up with All that's us coming up with these type of things. Even, I'm not condoning it, but even like you say, when some of us be in the other house, who would think, I'm gonna go up on this line, I'm gonna connect this thing to this. We be doing stuff like that.
We do that.
Who else think of that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You would run people. I done seen guys run 3 houses across. I'm like,
Right. Hey, get on the pole and make it happen.
there you go. You know, even with the heat, okay, well, I'm just gonna put my oven on to get warm. Nobody operate like us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say that peculiar. That's got to be us. Nobody else is functioning that way. Not at all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. You know what? Let me
We so peculiar that they put us into a nation that was stronger than America was stronger than Russia at one time. We were stronger than everybody. But when they put us here, we made the white man weak. Why? Because we are so peculiar that he forgot that the other nation was making nukes because his attention was on us being peculiar. He had to try to make us gay. He had to try to make us split the house up with our wives, take the man out the house. While he was doing all that, the other nation was trying to figure out how in the hell we come up with nukes. How to get him. He have put all his attention on Israel, that he have lost his position on being in first place. And now he want all nations to be gay. They like, no. Russia stayed in a man lane. And America chose to be on a woman lane. And a man lane is always going to outdo a woman lane. Now Russia got better nukes. What tenderized this white man? Us being peculiar. He forgot his manhood and became gay to try to make us gay because we was too peculiar. But why? Because our peculiarness was so weird that it would rise upon all nations. So what he had to do, he dealing with our peculiarness. And what happened to him? He lost first place. By what? He brought us over here, and there was something to where a snake had swallowed this frog, and the frog was poisonous more than the snake was, and the snake tried to spit him out before he died. That's what we are. I wish I had that video. The snake had swallowed this frog, and the frog was so poisonous that the snake could not swallow him all the way. And the snake had to hurry up and spit him out before he died. And that's what the white man did. That's what the white man is to us. That's what we did to him. He swallowed us. And we became connected to the commandments so deep into death that the elite had to find the commandments for us to be able to save the rest of us. You understand what I'm saying? We were so disconnected that what do you call it? Not the elite, but the remnant. If it wasn't for the remnant, we all would be dead. If it wasn't for Yahushua, right? We all would be dead. And the remnant come back to the commandments. See, it's teamwork. Yahushua. Once we get back to commandments, the rest of our sins were going to be forgiven through Yahushua. You're not going to... It's an insult to have Yahushua die on the cross and you don't work your way to help him. See, if he died on the cross, why did we go through slavery? If his death was strong, like you say, His death don't connect to what you talking about, or what the commandments is done away with. Well, why we go in slavery? But the command was done. He died, right? That means we ain't got to go into slavery. He died because you wasn't working with the commandments, and you went into slavery, and he died, and you still talking about you ain't got to keep the commandments. You're a damn idiot. He died. Why you went to slavery then? You got to keep the commandments. So it's like you plug the plug up to the wall. See, your house has the wall with the fire. Once you plug up to that, everything come on. Your phone come on. You know what I'm saying? Your corns fall off your toe. Everything come on. But if you don't plug up, you're gonna die. The phone gonna die. Am I right? And if the wall's so powerful without you plugging up, why you going to slavery? Now that you plugged up, or you see those who plugged up, you still don't want to plug up. Give me where you at? Titus, Exodus. Give me Revelations 19 and 11.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 11. Everybody got it? See, Con? And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true.
Right. Okay. And so he was called faithful. He had faith, and he was true to the works. He did get whooped, but he had faith through his works of getting whooped that he is the Messiah. Go ahead.
And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
Now he the judge, and guess what? He want war. Why? Because his father is a man of war. Right? So I'm like my father. I look like, when you seen me,
You seen the Father.
when you seen war, you see war. When you seen the father, and he a man of war, you looking at war. Go ahead.
Verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
Well, he a man of many crowns. Many crowns. Where do we got? How do we get many crowns? We know he got a crown for dealing with Israelites. We know he got a crown dealing with all heavens. He got a crown for every heaven. We just know he got a crown for this heaven, but where we at? He got a crown for every heaven. He said crown for many heavens. You only need one crown for Israel. Where your other crowns come from? Other heavens. He got a crown for every heaven he entered. He knocked them out. That's the boxing he in. Undefeated. How many earth is it? Whatever earth is at, he got a crown. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Yeah. Verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God.
His name is called the Word of God, right? Go ahead.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Keep going.
Yeah.
And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, and with it he should smite the nation.
Right. So how you gonna be? You trying to get your weapons up to fight Yahushua when he cracked the sky? He gonna kill you by what he say. That's power. We need fuel. We need levels to even fly a plane. He don't need all them wings. What he say, this the chariots do. What he say, the chariots do. The power in what he say. The power in Esau is what he has to make. The power in God is what he created. Go to Genesis 20. Give me first chapter 27, and then give me second chapter 2 and 7.
Say Genesis 27.
Yeah, give me Genesis 2 and 7. Give me Genesis 1 and 27.
Did you say Genesis 2 and 7 or 27?
Give me Genesis 1:27, and then Genesis 2 and 7.
I got this is the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 7. And everybody there say, "Con."
Okay.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
Okay, and so the white man has to form stuff. He needs something to make something with to be able to do something, right? Now give me Genesis 1 and 27.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 27. Everybody got to say con. So God created man.
So God, he create things. He can tell the chariots to stay there. The white man have to form something to do something with. That's the difference. He gonna kill him by what he say. The sword is in his words. Do you hear what I'm saying? The power and the weapons are in his words. The weapon is in our Bible to destroy this planet. And the white men know that once we connect to the commandments in this Bible, we overtake this world. All the other people, they don't understand. Why? Because they got white man contact lenses on with a yellow wig. Even if I can't see the wig, what they say at their mouth, I know they got the wig on. Even if I can't see the wig, what they say at their mouth, I know they got blue contact lenses on. I know you can't read the Bible because you're affected with a white man theology. Okay, where was you at?
That was 1 and 27.
Okay, you do First Corinthians from. Did you get the First Corinthians right? Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Good. First Corinthians chapter 15, 52. Did you study? You did.
Yeah, go ahead. 15.
15, 52.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 52. Everybody there say con? And it reads as this: in a moment, in twinkling of the eye, the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, which we shall be changed. Well, that's talking about the last time. So like I say that scripture we read before where it says the trumpet's being sound, and it says what? The dead gonna be raised and they won't be corrupted. You know what I mean? So right there, that's going into that, you know what I mean? Basically the end again. You know what I mean?
The end again.
Yeah, well, not the end again, but the new coming, because he said he gonna raise the dead coming back. You know what I mean? Incorruptible. Okay, and
the mortal body, right?
Kind of, and you said go all the way to 57.
So our reward is putting on a different body, right?
Kind of, and that's how you know. Like I say,
so this reward is worth this fight.
Well, trying to get to the kingdom, it's always worth it. You know what I mean? And for this, corruptible must be put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So like you just said, that dead is that immortality, because he raising you back up. You know what I'm saying? So that's, like I say, that is going on to that end time. Now basically that judgment time, you know what I mean? Because he's raising up the dead.
So in immortality. So if we immortality, we can go down in the bunkers, and they can spray us with the guns when we open up the bunker. But if we're immortal, it's not gonna hurt us, right?
Nope.
It's a scripture too. When we get them powers, where like, well, you just said it.
This
we
is
gonna
it.
be, yeah, we gonna be chasing. What does it say? 1,000, right?
You want to find that?
Yeah. Oh, I'm about to finish up. Where was I? 54. So when this corruptible shall put on a incorruption, and this mortal should have put on immortality, and then it shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, the dead is swallowed up in victory. So what is that doing? That's bringing up some of the dead, some of our, you know what I mean, the people who died in this truth.
Right.
They coming back, and it says what?
So that means we can't die. So we can't die.
Well, not
We more powerful than death.
well, I mean, you're gonna be in that. Well, what do they say anyway? You just in a sleeping state. You're not really dead. You sleeping. You know what I mean?
Right. You're right. Yeah, that's right.
And verse 55. O dead, there is thy sting. O grave, where is thy victory?
Wow.
The sting of death is sin, and the strength of the sin is the law. But thanks be to God, which give us victory through our Messiah. Well, it says right. Oh, go ahead. You was about to say something.
Yeah, I was about to say how glorious it would be for you to go and get your dead father, dead mother, dead son, and go to the grave and raise him up with the power God give you, and anoint yourself back to him with a great hug.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome.
Well, this is also letting you know that,
You see what I'm saying?
this letting you know that death, when you leave, that it's not over. It's something after that. You know what I mean? Because right there, it's saying he's going to bring. Well, people going to raise up the death to swallow up in victory. Like it says, what does it say? Thanks be to God. You know what I mean? So, you know how sometimes we think death is it. There's nothing after death.
Right.
According to this scripture right here, it's telling you that something is coming after the so-called death. You know what I mean? Death isn't the end. So if death isn't the end, what do you have to do? You have to do these commandments to make sure that you can be awake. You know what I mean? Because this ain't saying technically everybody's going to be awake. You know what I mean? And then, like I say, what happens when you do get awake? It's that judgment.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Like I say, what does it say? God can kill you 4 or 5 times. You know what I mean? That can be your punishment.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Who kills the body, but he can kill the soul.
And there you go. So the soul, he can destroy the body and the soul.
God.
You know what I mean? So the body can be, he made your body out of nothing from junk. So it won't be nothing for him to make it out of something again, to destroy it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Well, I never made one, but I'm saying it can't be, if he doing it, that difficult to do. You know what I mean? For him.
Right. Is that Revelation 1:7? Read that.
You said Revelations 1:7. Huh?
Yeah.
This the book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 7. Everybody there say Con?
Good.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7, and it reads as this. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
That's it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And they also who pierced him.
Right. The person that stabbed him in the side
Con.
is going to see him when he come back. And he had already died.
Con.
But you're back to see him come back.
Con.
Because you're the one that pierced him. And when you see him come back, you're not gonna know that you're the one that pierced him until you see him again. And all that's gonna recollect like, damn, I did that stupid shit.
Con.
You the same one that's been hanging niggas. You the same one that pierced Christ. You the same evil spirit. And when he hit that, when he come back, you're gonna remember who he is in your weakness.
My Lord.
Con. That's it, Aqua. You got something else?
I think that's it. Unless you want to do give them Acts 1-6.
I got that Joshua 20. You get a Joshua, one man chase.
You gonna do that one?
Which one you doing? Acts or which one you got?
You can finish the rest of these. So go ahead.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 23, verse 10. One man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your God, he it is that fighteth for you, as he had promised you.
But
What was that, Salakia?
Joshua.
That was Joshua 23 and 10.
Well, when you said in Acts, what did he call us? He said we gods. So when that time come around, that's what he say. One of you gonna chase all of them. Those celestial powers, that's gonna kick in. Just like they said.
That's heavy right
Yeah,
there.
we used to have those powers before.
David,
all those powers. I mean, Elijah,
Samson.
We had all those powers before, but we wanted to be like the other nations and all that, and we wanted to sin. So, what happens when you don't do what your parents say? He take off. Any parent, if the kid ain't, I'm gonna take this PlayStation. I'm gonna take this car.
I'm gonna take this power.
I'm gonna take these powers. Since you don't know how to act,
It's like Samson, right?
Yeah.
Samson.
Since you don't know how to act, I'm gonna take this. Since you want to be just like them, I'm gonna make you like them. If that's what you want to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all that's saying. We gonna get those powers back, just like you say. I can't remember
We
that
once
scripture.
had him. We once had him.
Because it don't make no difference when he come back. We gonna be able to rip them powers, them bunkers, right? Crack them like a pistachio shell. So it don't make a difference.
When they're in the bunkers, we're gonna be able to go in.
You're gonna be cracking them right
They're
like
gonna shoot us with them guns because they going down the way AKs.
Yeah, but you're gonna be knocking all that. How they do it in the Matrix, we probably gonna be able to take them. They're gonna be coming so slow, we're gonna move all them out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because like you just said, right now, we in the body as a man. But God already said, you a God. God saying, you a God to him. No God can be shot with no bullet.
You know what's heavy is that the way the let's say UFOs, for instance, the way the UFOs do the bullets and the nukes, how they shot a nuke off, the UFO went around there and disarmed the nuke, and then the nuke just dropped down, right? He's showing you the powers that we supposed to have already, because they exist. You see them in the chariots. Them are powers that we supposed to be walking with.
Well, you see the power.
I mean, you can't say, well, that's unbelievable. You see it in the chariots. That's them the powers that we lost from kissing, from trying to have sex with white folks, from following them. Samson told him he cut his hair, and you know what I'm saying, and giving them our powers, trying to be like them. And what we doing now? Worshiping with them, trying to be saved with them. We idiots among their love. Among their hate, we love.
You can see how powerful we are now, because one of us is a handful for them. You know what I mean? And just in this human body, we hard to deal with. You know what I mean? So you can just imagine, once you get those celestial powers, it's over.
It's over.
You know what I mean?
Give them Acts 1-6.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 6. Everybody got to say come. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore the kingdom to Israel?
That's just like how you see right now. We trying to gather ourselves together to get back to the kingdom. How did we get out of Egypt the first time? We was in Egypt a while till we started praying. Come get us out of here.
Right.
We got to start doing right. We gonna do what you want us to do. You know what I mean? It's time for us to get out of here. You know what I mean? All that, just like you say, they asked. They prayed to the Most High to get out of Egypt. How did it say? You served the Egyptians with rigor. They hated it there. They couldn't wait to get out of there. But then, like you say, you see how we are. Once we get out of a situation, what happened?
Reminisce.
Why you take us out of here? Why you put us in here to put us in there? Just like you said, just like how they say, the house house, nigga, in the field. I ain't going nowhere. Why? This good here. Yeah, it's good for you, but it's your mindset.
Yeah.
It ain't good for all of us. You know what I mean?
It ain't even good for you. You just don't know
There
what
you
it's
go.
supposed to be.
There you go. You know what I mean? You think it's good, but it ain't. Cause
Right.
just like we say, Bill Cosby, etc. That house spot probably got taken from a few people too. You know what I'm saying? You just don't see that in the movies. Should the house could have said something or came 10 minutes late? Oh, okay, boy, it's another boy that could take your spot. You back in the field. You know what I'm saying? That's the same they doing today. Okay, you got billions of dollars. You done said something I ain't like. Nah, I'm gonna take all that. It's the same thing going on today. What's that scripture? Ain't nothing new under the sun. You think every house was in the house all the time that he act right now? He may have said something or snuck his wife, anything. Okay, boy, I see how you doing. You going back to the field.
Right.
It's time for you to go back.
A lot of them went back.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of them died in the house too. Oh, you ain't
Could've been
going to the
that too.
field. I'm gonna kill you.
Could have been that too.
Yeah.
You don't know, like I say, there's probably some stories with some of them that the house then got killed by the field. You a traitor. What's the thing how Nat Turner said? He was like, what's the statement? He said, before us escape, who willing to die? Something like that. And he said, if it was 100 of them and 90 of them went up front, he said, the first thing we need to do, we need to kill these 10 right here.
Right.
You know what I'm
Make this shit
saying?
work.
There you go. Because if they ain't willing to die
They
for
gonna
it,
snitch.
eventually, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, that same thing probably was happening back then. Same thing now, ain't nothing different.
Right. We close up.
God.
Shalom. HY Detroit, House of Israel. Come to give all praises to Yahweh, all glory to Yahweh Shai. We come to give our honors to our elders. Put in the work for years and years. Who have built a solid road for us to continue to push and to be able to put some work in, and teach us how to put work in. That's one thing about the elders. We did not know how to do the work until we seen you guys do the work. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, the elders is a great, I thank the Father for showing us a great way to follow. Do you know what I mean? Through the elders. Because we was lost without them. That New York, one thing about New York, they came when rap, New York can come with an explosion. Detroit did too, with Motown and stuff like that. But New York, we came with music, but New York came with rapping, offset with music. Right? And so, New York is God have used New York as a certain way to, like an explosion. How you walking in the field and you step on the landmine and you blow yourself up. That's the way New York is. You step on a landmine and you can become great. You know what I'm saying? By what? By the way the Spirit and the Father have used One West to be able to show us how to put work in, through our elders. And I give all honors to our elders, and we just want to say, tomorrow we're going to the gas station on 6 Mile and the Large Freeway to I don't know how cold it's going to be, but we'll be there, and to do snow, rain, whatever, because of the incident of an Arab shooting one of our own, not our own, but of course, even though he was in Gentile state of mind, it's still our people, so we'll be out there, and we don't call it the pull-up, we call it the yellow tape gonna be there, right? So sometimes they put yellow tape around there, and we call it the show up, right? Yellow tape show up. So wherever yellow tape going around and they killed our people, we showing up. Con? All right.
Let's put what you call it before something. You want to do that? Yeah. Before we close out, we want everybody to know we got a Cash App if you would like to donate to our cause, help us out. The Cash App is HOI Motor City. It's HOI Motor City, once again, the Cash App. If anybody wants to help donate or just cause or even fellowship with us, once again, it's HOI Motor City. Kwame Shaw.
I'm not sure.